but with our allusion to the sacred cow. Our definition would be something that is so revered that we place it above all critique and question. Something you don't touch, they call that a sacred cow. I remember when I first got saved, 61 years ago, and I have the Pittsburgh folks here today too. Where's Pittsburgh?
Right here.
That's right, there they are. In the city of Pittsburgh.
Yes.
The women who carried over me. Young boy, 17 years of age. The woman who carried over me and brought me through were not allowed to come behind the pulpit to see me go. So people have placed sacred cows in your way to hinder you. One of the reasons I love turning up an information so much, it helps me to unravel these sacred cows. There's a sacred cow in history. I asked a theologian one time, well, can you tell me what happened from the last chapter of the book of Genesis, where 70 folks went into Africa? In the first book of Exodus, they already almost got to a million. Overnight, there were 400 years in there. Can you tell me what went on that increased that population? They said, no. That's God's business. That's a sacred cow. Means you don't touch it. Means you don't investigate it. You don't question it. Don't question it. When I asked the same professor what happened to the 12 tribes of Israel, you're not supposed to ask that. Yeah. That's God's business. Sacred cow. But I found it. I asked that professor what happened. Jesus lost 18 whole years of his life. What happened? That's a sacred cow. If you knew who he was, where he went to school, where he got his education, you want to hide it too. Sacred cow. sacred cow. If you knew Jesus, the first church of Christianity, we wouldn't be sitting up here today waiting to ordain our first female. If you knew the history of the man you call Jesus and his church, he already had women bishops. He had women bishops in the first place. The man created man that you think is right is what killed it all. All right. Sacred cow. Make better. Hamburger. Don't it taste better when you know something about yourself? Don't you know that after Jesus' church was established, the leading figures in that church were female and male dominant priesthood destroyed that information and placed it behind the sacred cow. That's how I love Jesus. I want you to love Jesus too, but love the real Jesus. Sacred cows make better hamburgers. It's important today because today we are members of a system that dispels sacred cow. Father Smith taught a mystery that dispelled sacred cow. There was a sacred cow that hid the philosophical anthropology that tells us that man is born in sin and shaped in iniquity. That's a sacred cow. You don't interfere with that. That's a sacred cow. You're supposed to not question it. You are a sinner, that's it. Man is a sinner. And the woman is a Jezebel sitting over the hellfire waiting to cut the string and drop it in. All right. That's what they want you to believe. All right. Oh no. Father Smith brought us a message, didn't he? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I told you it's going to be 20 minutes. Father Smith brought us a message, didn't he? Yes. He told us that it's possible that man and God could dwell in this one body. Didn't he teach us that? Yes. Did he teach us that? Yes. And we are supposed to take that message into this system and draw the world with it. Yes. Wait, listen to me now. Sacred cows make better hamburgers. You don't have to beat people up. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. The sun rules the solar system. And it moves at 1.5 million miles per hour. It pulls the planets. It pulls the Earth. Venus, Earth, Mars, Saturn, it pulls them all. When we get God in us showing up, we don't have to throw them on our way. We can. The sun don't say, you too slow, Earth. It pulls. Yes, sir.
All right.
And the sacred cows that we are about to put to rest here today. That's not the greatest one. That's not the greatest one. That's not the biggest one. Those things we should have done. We don't even need no special credit for that. As a matter of fact, we are too overdue for it. You hear what I'm saying? But the one cow remaining now is just dying. You just have to do it. Well, Triumph Church has stepped over into a new responsibility. We left that old body. Listen. We don't preach no more to that man born a woman, few days and full of trouble body. Never mind that one. Never mind that one. Never mind that 70 body. We ain't worried about that one no more. No, we're not worried about that one. We're not worried about that now I lay me down to sleep body if I die before I wake. Not that body, but the body we are seeking today. Physics has already identified for us. In this body, 50 trillion cells. Every cell in this body is equipped with an electrical force, 1.17 volts of God's electricity. You hear what I'm saying, don't you? 50 trillion times 1.17 volts of electricity. If your consciousness hooks up with your potential, there's not a disease bug, there's not a virus, there's not a cold, there's not a headache. Just stay in that force field when that power is unleashed. Y'all be quiet now. All right. You know what? Listen. We've got to listen to the voice. Try and tell. Don't think it's just trying to God's truth is not limited to this church. If you get tired of preaching, if you can't sing it no more, go on about your business. Because it's universal now. People are picking it out of you and talking this life and have surpassed us in many areas. And we are still hung up behind these sacred cows. Don't you know that a scientist will have a hypothesis? He'll gather information. He'll test it out. And then if it doesn't work, he'll throw it in the waste